Welcome to Sports Betting Picks and Plays. This is for Beat the Number, the NBA Morning Edition. My name is Abby. Thank you for joining me. I'm here to discuss with you 5 games on the NBA slate. This is the last day of NBA games before the 1 week break for All-Star Weekend. So this is the last game for NBA games until the All-Star break. We're going to look at the first game, Sacramento on the road at New Orleans. This is they're playing back-to-back. This is the second of a back-to-back. This game is in New Orleans. Look here and see, oddslogic.com provides all the latest information for point spread, line moves, over-unders, totals, and the injury report for injuries for these NBA teams. So Sacramento, as I mentioned, 6.5-point favorites, total 238.5. That's the opening number. Now we see it gone as far as 7.5, and we're seeing 235.5. That's the latest number we're seeing here. So the injury report we're gonna get here. We'll take a look at the injury report for both these teams. So first we'll start off with the Pelicans, New Orleans Pelicans, to start off with them on the injury report. So on the Pelicans side, let's take a look at that for a moment as we pull this up. So on the New Orleans side for the Pelicans, Herb Jones, shoulder out for the season. DeJounte Murray, Achilles, out for the season. On the Sacramento side, for the Sacramento Kings, we have no injuries, so they're injury-free, Sacramento. So we're going to look now at the head-to-head. They just played yesterday. This is the second game of the back-to-back. So the line's 7.5. This is the fourth and final meeting. Sacramento's won all 3 games. They've won all 3. Yeah, they've won all 3 meetings. Kings have now won 3 straight games. Pelicans, they look like a team that they just want to get to the All-Star break. They don't really care about winning. They just want to get to the All-Star break. That's how they are. Yeah, the only way I can go here is Sacramento. Sacramento's the only way I can go here. The Kings, they want to end off on a strong note. So they like to win 4 straight games heading into the break. They've covered two out of the 3 games as a favorite. I believe they'll cover again. I'll take Sacramento 7. I played 7.5. I'll take Sacramento 7.5. New Orleans, they don't care about winning, in my opinion. They're not. You can tell by the last few games that they're playing. They're not really. They haven't really. Yeah, they haven't really covered any. When they covered the first time when they played in Sacramento, they covered. But after that, the last 2 games, as they get close to All-Star break, they're not really putting any effort, really. They're not putting no effort. So I got to take Sacramento here, minus 7.5. Yeah, they're not really putting any effort at all, in my opinion. So Sacramento minus 7 for me. That's my play. I don't have a play on the total. I just like Sacramento minus 7. I played up to that point. I wouldn't go past 7.5 or 8. I played up to that, and that's it. That's my play for that game. Next game, Golden State at Houston. This one here opened up at it's 2.5. That was the opening line, as you can see. The opening line was 1, excuse me, minus 1 Houston. The total was 220.5. It's now come to 216.5. The majority of the books have 216.5. And it's come down, it's at 6. Okay, so that's where we stand now with that game. That's Golden State and Houston. We're actually seeing 6.5s, but it's mainly 6. But 6.5s are popping up. So the injury report here, we'll go with go to the Golden State side. They just played yesterday. They're on a back-to-back. A lot of these teams are on a back-to-back. So look at this carefully here. Let's look into this further. Draymond Green we see here. Yeah, so Draymond Green we see is questionable to play Thursday at Houston. So he's 50-50. Jimmy Butler, questionable to play Thursday at Houston, 50-50. Steph Curry, questionable to play. Jonathan Kuminga, questionable. I'm going to guess a lot of these Golden State players are going to sit out because it's the last day before All-Star Weekend. So I guess a lot of them are going to sit out. So I wouldn't be surprised. Now on the Houston side for the Rockets, we see here Fred VanVleet. He's out indefinitely. Jabari Smith Jr. hand out indefinitely. This is a game I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna touch this game. I'm probably just gonna wait because there's a lot of guys that are gonna be out. So I'm not really gonna. Remember, these guys are on a back-to-back. We'll look at the situation here. Still 6.5, 6.5. I mean, this is a fourth and final meeting between these two teams. Golden State's winning the series 2-1. They won at Houston in overtime, 127-121. Houston was a 5-point favorite. Total was 216 and went over. Second game at Golden State, December 5th. Houston a 4-point favorite. Golden State covered in 199-93, under 219. Third meeting now at Houston. Houston a 3-point favorite. Golden State covered, but Houston won 91-90. It was under 221. Yeah, so this game here, this is the fourth and final meeting, and with all these guys potentially sitting out, I can see this one going under. I can see the under in this game. I'll lean to the under because the last two meetings have gone under. The game before it was 219, 221. Now we're seeing 220 as the total. I'm not touching the side because I don't know who's going to be out. I'm guessing, like I said, on Golden State, a lot of those guys are going to be out. Draymond Green, Butler. Some of these guys might be out, or one of them might play, and the other two might sit out, like Green or Curry, or one of them might sit out, two might play. Or two might sit out, one might play. One of those stars might play. So this is one, it's coming down too. Now we're seeing 216.5. So it's coming down. Yeah, I would look at it under. This one I have to look at it under. Definitely look at it under here because, like I said, a lot of these guys are sitting out. I definitely look at it under. 216.5, 217. I'm looking at the under in this game. Golden State, Miami, under. Next game to look at would be Miami at Dallas. Miami -2, 2-point favorites, total 221. Right now we're seeing we're seeing 1.5. I saw 1.5 BetMGM, 1.5 ESPN Bet. So it's coming down. The number's coming down. And we're going to see the total is gone as high as 222. We're seeing 222.5. So we'll get the injury report for this game, starting with on the Dallas side. PJ Washington, questionable to play Thursday at Miami with an ankle. Dante Exum, Achilles, questionable to play Thursday versus Miami. Daniel Gafford out indefinitely. Dwight Powell out indefinitely. Anthony Davis out indefinitely. Caleb Martin out indefinitely. Derek Lively out indefinitely. So a lot of guys are going to be missing time. So we'll see there. Exum and Washington 50-50, so we'll see. Or one of them might sit out. We'll see what happens. On the Miami side for the Heat, let's see there. For Miami, Terry Rozier, questionable. He has stomach issues. Duncan Robinson, stomach issues, questionable. I guess it's probably the flu bug. So those guys are 50-50. Kevin Love, questionable, personal reasons. It may or may not play. Drew Smith, out. Yeah, so this one here, a lot of question marks in this game. So we'll wait and see this one. This one I'm going to pass for now. If I had to lean, I would lean Dallas. It's just a lean. I'm not sure if I'm going to get there or not. When I do my next video for the player props, I might have a play on this game. I might make an official play on this game, but for now I'm not too sure. It's just going to be a pass. And just a lean for Dallas. Lean for Dallas on the points. Next game, OKC versus Minnesota. Open up 4.5. OKC now at 7.5, going to 8. We're seeing the total here go to 222. Let me see here. We're seeing 222.5. And 222. That's starting to come up. Mainly 7.5, but it's starting to get to 8. So we'll discuss more about this game. I have a play on this game that I like. So we'll get to injury report first. First for OKC, the Thunder. I see Minnesota first, then OKC. Now we have Mike Conley. Mike Conley is out of the lineup. He's questionable, to play Thursday. He's a finger issue. Julius Randle, growing injury, out. Dante DiVincenzo's out. On the OKC side, for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Cason Wallace, shoulder, is questionable Thursday. Let's look at this here. Yeah, so Cason Wallace, questionable to play Thursday at Minnesota. He's questionable. Alex Caruso, hip, questionable to play Thursday as well. So that's OKC, Minnesota. We've already looked at the Minnesota side already. So my play on this game, I like... Let's get to the... I like OKC here. I call them... They're the most consistent team in the NBA. They're very consistent, in my opinion. And I like them here in this spot. I know they played last night at home against Miami, but they're very good on back-to-backs. And I see them finishing strong. Right now, if we could look here at this game, OKC right now, they covered the first game December 31st. That was New Year's Eve. And when they played at home against Minnesota. They were 6.5 point favorites. They covered by 8, 113-105, and it went over 217. So this one now, they're playing Minnesota. They got to fly to Minnesota. I don't think it'll be an issue. I think they cover the points. They have won... looks like 7 straight games. Let me see. Yeah, they've won 7 straight games. And out of the 7, they've covered 7 out of 8 games. So this team is Mr. Consistent. They're consistent right across the board. They're very consistent. Very consistent team. And they're really coming on strong. I like what I'm seeing from OKC. Minnesota, 6-4 last 10, 5-5 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. Minnesota's lost 2 straight games. They didn't cover against Milwaukee. yeah, and they've covered Portland, Houston, and Chicago. They covered Chicago minus 11.5, -1 in Portland 4.5. But as an underdog, they're a home underdog. And like I said, with some of the guys that might be up from Minnesota, and then OKC pretty much healthy, I got to go with OKC. They're more consistent across the board, and I agree with the line move. The line move is some of the books have it at -8, 7.5, -8. So I agree with the move. OKC, they can hold their own and cover the spread in Minnesota. I think they finish strong and continue their winning ways. Finish strong heading into the All-Star break with another win. Like I said, they've won 7 straight. Make it 8 straight and a cover. 7.5, 8 straight. I like them here. I like them here a lot. No play on the total. I just like OKC -7.5. If you like OKC, you want to get them right now before it gets to 8.5, because some books already have it at 8. So you like OKC like myself, get the 7.5 right away. And again, get it to 8 and bet that one. Take it. Very, very consistent team. So grab them there. Grab the 7.5 if you like. Don't wait. Grab it. So you see it, grab it. Final game we're going to look at here, Clippers in Utah. I don't have any play on this game. I can give you guys a lean. That's it. Clippers Utah 7.5 is the opening number. Total 225.5. It's gone to 8. We're seeing even 8.5s, but mainly 8 right now. And the total is at 226. Mainly starting to see some 226s on the board. So now we're going to go to the injury report here, and we're going to look at the Clippers in this game. They just played last night. Both teams on a back-to-back. Kawhi Leonard will not be playing this Thursday. He's going to be resting. No surprise, because All-Star weekend. Ben Simmons, questionable. He has conditioning issues, so we'll see if he plays or not. So Kawhi will be up for this game. He'll not be playing. On the Utah side, we'll see if Lauri Markkanen's going to play before All-Star weekend. We'll see. I guess he will be playing. Colin Sexton, ankle, is out. He will not be playing. He's out indefinitely. So like I said, I don't have a play on this game at all. I have no play on this game whatsoever. This is basically a pass. If I had to play, I would lean to the Clippers. It's just a lean. That's it. Other than that, I really don't have any other play on this game. There might in our player props edition for player props NBA tomorrow, later on today. I will put out some player props for this game, the Utah game. I'll have some player props for all 5 games. So I'll have some player props instead of sides and totals. All right, so that's it. Thank you very much for joining me on the NBA Morning Edition. Beat the number. My name's Abby. Again, thank you for joining me here. I appreciate you guys being here this morning. Again, whether you fade or follow these picks that I've given, it's up to you. Again, I just look at the games and see what I like and what I go for, and I just go for what I like. That's it, and what I feel at that particular time. I hope you cash your tickets, whichever way you go. Hope you cash your tickets. Good luck to you guys. Stay blessed. Stay true to yourself. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so we can provide more of these plays, these line move plays, for the point spread plays, line moves, totals, over-unders, give you all those plays. Hit the like and subscribe button like I mentioned, and join me later on today. NBA player props. Gonna have that like I mentioned. Team totals. Right? If I see one or two, I might throw a few of them out there like I did yesterday with the team totals. and some first half overs. We'll look to see if I see any good first half overs. All right, so stay tuned for that this afternoon. Remember, this is the last day for the NBA before the All-Star weekend. It's a 7-day break. So last chance to make some money here before the break. Until then, take care. We'll see you later on. Peace.